So we've been working on making sure to read the equation carefully and pull out all of the extra information, find the missing information, hidden information. And today we're going to take another step into our rich thinking about math and story problems. And this one it says two-step word problems. So that means that we're going to have to solve one problem, and then after that we have to solve another problem in order to get the answer to the equation. So this takes time, it takes work, it takes energy, and it takes effort. And all of that is okay. If this is hard for you at first, that's okay. It just means that we keep on working and we keep practicing and we keep trying. And that's the important thing, is that we don't give up or get so frustrated that we just stop. So if you get frustrated, that just means stop for a moment, take a couple breaths, and then get back to it when you have calmed yourself down. But don't stop trying. Okay, so right here, it shows us, it's laid out a plan for us, just like we'd have a plan in writing. Here's the problem or the story, the equation. Here is part A. So this part is the first thing that we have to solve. Part B is the second part that we have to solve. Let's go ahead and give this a read, and then we'll go ahead and start working on what's the first part. Lindsay brings in 5 cans of food for the school drive. Olivia brings in 4 more cans than Lindsay. Matt brings in 6 more cans than Olivia. How many cans does Matt bring? Okay, so the first thing we have to figure out is, how many cans does Olivia bring? Let's look at the equation again, and after I read this, I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about how we figure out how many cans Olivia will bring. Lindsay brings in 5 cans of food for the school drive. I'm going to go ahead and put a little box around 5 cans so that I know that's important information. Olivia brings in 4 more cans than Lindsay. Matt brings in 6 more cans than Olivia. How many cans does Matt bring? All right, I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about this. All right, what we figured out is that Lindsay brings in 5 and Olivia brings in 4 more than Lindsay. So that means we're going to take how many Lindsay brought, which is 5, and add 4 to it. You guys are such amazing mathematicians. So if I make a math mountain with this, I can put 5, 4, and box here and solve it that way. Or I can say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and some of you might already just know that as a math fact. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. So how many cans did Olivia bring? She brought 9 cans. All right. So now we're going to go back and read the equation again so that we can answer this part. Lindsay brings in 5 cans for the school food drive. Olivia brings in 4 more cans than Lindsay. So Olivia brought in 9. I'm going to go ahead and write 9 right there so I remember how many Olivia brought in. Matt brings in 6 more cans than Olivia. How many cans does Matt bring? I'm going to pause right now and we're going to talk about what we're going to put together. What information are we going to use from here to help figure out what Matt brings? You guys are really getting this. You've got it. So you were correct in thinking that we need to add what Olivia brought to what Matt brought in order to how many more he brought in order to find out how many he brought total. So we're going to add 9 Olivia cans to the 6 more that Matt brought. If we make a math mountain, we have our 2 partners. Go ahead and figure out how many Matt brought. Nice job, everybody. Yeah, 9 plus 6 equals 15. So Matt brought 15 cans. So it's not like the math is any harder, it's the thinking that starts to get challenged. This is easy math to do, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 6. That's not tough for us. But the new challenge is figuring out what order to do these equations in. Let's go ahead and do this one together. So here again, we have a two-step word problem. Here's the equation, and here are the 2 steps that we're going to solve. So once again, I'm going to pause the video at certain times so that we can talk about this as we go. This will be the page that you're going to do on your own. We are going to skip this page. We're not going to do this one. This page will be the one that you take a picture of and share with me. But first, we're going to do this together, and then you'll do this on your own. The equation. There are 14 computers in the school library. 5 girls and 3 boys are each using a computer right now. How many more children can use a computer? So they want to know how many computers are left over. So first thing that we need to do is figure out how many children are using the computers right now. I'm going to pause. You're going to let me know how we're going to figure that out. My smart friends, yeah, we're looking at how many children are using the computers. There are 5 girls and 3 boys. So adding that up, 5, 6, 7, 8, or you can put your 3 here, and we get a total of 8. 8 children. If you want to write kids, that's okay too. That's a faster word. All right, the next part that we need to figure out is how many more children can use a computer. So our total computers in the computer lab are 14. So our total is 14. How many kids are on the computer already? Yeah, there are 8 kids on the computer. So we're solving to figure out that other partner. What's the equation going to be to figure that out? Yeah, you've got it. 14 minus 8 equals box. So to figure that out, we can count, we can use a number line. I'm going to go ahead and do the Math Mountain method, where I'm going to count up to 14 and figure out how many dots I have. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 more kids. All right, so those were the 2 steps to figure out this equation. I'm going to get you started by reading this one to you. Mari has 17 tomatoes. She uses 9 tomatoes to make a sauce. Then she makes a salad with 4 tomatoes. How many tomatoes does she have left? So she started with 17. She used 9 at first. I just gave you some hints. All right, friends, get started. Make sure and ask questions as you work through these equations.